Hey, what is up guys? Today I'm going to be checking out Historic Brawl. We haven't done that in a while, and since Kamigawa is near us and I have pretty much covered most of the decks that are viable in Historic Ladder, aside from Azorius Control, which I'm sure there's a lot of videos out there by now that you can check it out there. As you can see, I'm trying to get Extus working in Historic Brawl. I'll say that the deck is far from being finished and from being perfect, so if you guys have any suggestions to improve the deck, write it in the comments below, and let's get started. So first of all, I did say Extus as our commander, but the real commander is the backside of this card, the Blood Avatar. Now, it doesn't mean that the deck isn't capable of playing this card on its front side, but because you totally can and get some value off of getting a creature back or two, but the deck doesn't play enough sorcery and instant speed spells to really support the front side too well. The important thing here is the backside, so let's take a look at the backside of the card. So this is a build around for our deck here. The card costs 2 less to cast for each creature sacrificed this way. So on turn 4, if you have 2 creatures available as a sacrifice, you can get this out for 4 mana. If you've been landing your land drops every single turn, and this forces your opponent to sacrifice a creature, and since this also having haste means that it can attack for 3, in addition, it deals 3 damage when it attacks. It is a pretty powerful effect, so to capitalize on this, we need a deck that can pump out creatures that we don't mind sacrificing them to this card, which are going to be creatures with on-death effects, enter the battle effect triggers, or just some tokens that we don't really care about. Hence, we are running a bunch of cards that would generate more than 1 creature at a time, creatures like Jadar, or cards like Raise the Alarm, so that we can use the extra creatures to feed to the avatar side of Extus. Or we have cards like Dreadhorde Invasion, Wedding Announcement, and Outlaw's Merriment, or Edgar to constantly pump out creatures so that we can again sacrifice them to the Blood Avatar. And these are all the cards that would generate extra creature tokens in our deck. And to finish this intro off, let's talk a bit about some other powerful interactions we have in the deck. First off, your most dreaded cat oven combo. You sacrifice the cat to the oven and you bring the cat back from the graveyard, dealing 1 damage per loop. And why are we playing cat oven, you might ask? And that's because the deck requires easy way to sacrifice creatures. And Cursebound Witch has an on-death effect, which can give you Cauldron Familiar or Witch's Oven with Draft mechanic. Our deck cares about on-death effects by sacrificing creatures to the Blood Avatar, and since Cursebound Witch gives one of the combo pieces for Cat Oven anyways, it's just a convenient excuse for us to play Cat Oven combo in the main deck. And that leads to another card, Abiding Grace, which is another reason why we play Cat Oven combo in this deck. As you can see from the deck, you might have noticed something. We are playing so many 1-drops in the deck, and what Abiding Grace does is that it lets us return a creature from the graveyard to the battlefield every turn, if it's a creature of mana value 1. So ideally, the card you want to return is Cursebound Witch, which can eventually give us what we want, which is Witch's Oven and Cauldron Familiar. And how we make the loop to happen every turn is using sacrifice mechanics that we have in the deck through cards such as these. We got Village Rites, Witch's Oven, Deadly Dispute, Priest of the Forgotten Gods, Hidden Stockpile, Strider, Braxian Tower, and Yagmoth. And to top it off, in order to get Abiding Grace to our hand, we do play 2 copies of tutor effects in our deck, which are Idyllic Tutor and Grim Tutor. And if you happen to already have Abiding Grace, by the time you cast either of these tutors, the next obvious card to go for is the Hidden Stockpile, which can create a surplus of creature by sacrificing on your turn. And by doing so, having a surplus of creatures on the board, it makes it easier for us to sacrifice to the Blood Avatar over and over again. But if you have both of those combos already in your hand or on the field, you can go for things like Wedding Announcement to pump up your tokens, or even Outlaw's Merriment to get some value every single turn. But like I said, the deck is far from being perfect, but it works, and I've already tried cards like Anointed Procession, Teysa Karlov, and Hoffrey Ghostforge. Those cards tend to be too slow for the deck, and unless I'm playing them as a commander, it's hard to get a good timing going with those cards. But suggestions are welcome because I'm always trying to improve the deck myself and also read the cards very well, RTFC. Yesterday I thought Bedevil destroys enchantments and I was trying to destroy a prismatic bridge, and yeah, that ended up a failure. And anyways, as always, if you like the deck, leave a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, I'm always going to be here to answer any questions, so write it in the comments below if you do. And I mainly do historic contents and some historic brawls here and there, but that might change in the future. With Kamigawa, I might check out Standard, who knows. So if you want to see more of that, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I really appreciate if you did. And I'll see you all later. Bye-bye. Okay. Is that a keep? Maybe. We'll keep this. Hope we draw lands. I mean, I have Arcane Signet, so hope that works out. A land here would be really great. Ooh. Should we ramp out Outlaw Merriment? Let's do it. I forgot this comes untapped. That's kind of broken. It's actually pretty sick in our deck because we have a lot of one drops, so if we do play Arcane Signet, we can just like play these out. Mind Stone. Sure. Outlaw Merriment. There we go. Key to the archive. Quite annoying. They could potentially like get something to destroy Outlaw Merriment, but ooh, we got a haste creature. Does Legion Zealot. We could just flood out the board if we wanted to. Like, do we care if they board wipe? I mean, a little bit. I guess we do a little bit. I mean, hopefully they don't... they can't actually get rid of our board. Iron Triton, that's fine. Okay, that is not fine. That is not fine. It's quite unfortunate. Quite unfortunate. So what are they gonna do? Shock. Hostage taker. Whatever. Titan's Nest. Okay. Okay, let's play the Dreadhorde Invasion. We will sacrifice 3, I believe. We have to just sacrifice 3. Yeah. The Dusky Zealot, Cursebound Witch, and let's sacrifice Archfiend Vessel. Ooh. Oh, Witch's Oven, which is pretty nice, actually. Okay. So, do we really care about Mire Triton? Not really, right? Like, even if they block Avatar, that's fine. So we'll boast. They're down to 9. We can play we can play Blood Avatar again next turn. Let's. How much mana do they have? Okay, so they kill the Outlaw Merriman. Sure, that's fine. Pretty annoying, but whatever. Warring Clicks. Okay, that's a surprise. I did not expect that. That is quite unfortunate. I think that's fine. Can I play this without sacrificing anything? So this right now, this cost 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. We have 6. We have to sacrifice 2 at least. And we'll sacrifice these 2. The opponent is gonna be down to... Oh, wait, they're dead. Alright. I didn't even do the math. But, yeah, we got there. Pretty nice. Okay, we're playing against Nicobolus. I just get 1 land. I just get 1 land. Can I just get 1 more land? Actually, 2 more lands. I'll take 2 more lands. That is not a land. It's not good. Come on, give me a land. Give me a land. Wedding announcement next turn would be insane. Okay. There's a hope. Okay, so if you attack with 2 or more creatures this turn, draw a card. That is fantastic. Another land. I think next turn we Thoughtseize. I mean, what should we give them? Mihawk Massacre? Uh... That's a pretty tough one. Like, though, that's an insane value. Like, I don't want to give them anything, but I guess if they play Massacre Girl... Wow, they took the Mihawk Massacre. Okay. That is fine by me. Oh my... Okay. So, I could Thoughtseize, but... This is tough. So... Thoughtseize versus... Killing the cold... this is too much value, right? This is too much value. We agree on this. This. Bam, bam. And we draw a card. That seems pretty good. Okay, so they're gonna Mihawk Massacre. Sure enough. I think that's fine. Okay, so... Casting Extus doesn't really accomplish much right now, but... Yeah, let's see what they got. Holy moly. Holy moly. Eldest Reborn? Man, those are insane, actually. Should we let them have Chandra? I think that is like... Yeah, let's just let them have Chandra. If they can cast it. Okay, they got land, but they can't cast this turn. They have a Braid, but we have Selfless Savior as well. They topped. It's probably another land. I guess the best card here could be... Target creature. I was gonna say a land, but... Not that one. Not that one. But I think that's fine. We'll just animate this. Yeah, we'll just attack with everything. I'm not sacrificing anything. We'll just get a set up lands here. We have double white, double black, triple black. Okay, it doesn't really matter what we get. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what we get. Okay, so... Another tap land. Sure. What are they gonna cast? Whatever they cast is just going to die. They could just cast something to buy some time. That's something they could do. But the thing is, Extus is gonna... I'm gonna cast Extus. So you kill the priest, right? You kill the priest. That's fine. And then... I guess I cast... you? Well... Actually... It's just better casting this, huh? It's just better. I can target where this goes, right?
We're done here.
Okay. But this way... I'll have lethal next turn, right? I have 6 damage from Den Bugbear. This is a 4 damage with the token attacking. That's additional 2 damage. Okay, so they're about to cast Torrential Gearhulk. And they're gonna flash a Braid. Does that do anything? So they kill this, they take 6. No. That actually does something, huh? Damn it. What if I create this? They take... So I sacrifice 2. We'll sacrifice you guys. Oh no. Keep forgetting about this stuff. No. I mean, they should die, right? They Heartless Act the Usher. They go to 9. They take 9 damage. Unless this is an instant speed spell that can remove 4/6 here, 4/7. Then we'd be in trouble. Okay. Torrential Gearhulk. Doesn't matter where they put that on, we just kill this thing. And then they go to 9, they take 6 damage. GG's. Okay. Nickel Bowl is down. Okay, we're on the draw. Again. With Village Rites, Dusk, Legion Zealot. This is looking good. I'm a believer this time. Okay. They mulligan twice. Okay. Snarl is a tap land. Okay. It's kind of awkward. Since we got land, maybe we just play this out. Biting Grace, actually really good combo with this card. Guess we'll just play this out and attack. Leave up Village Rites. Alright. Okay, if we can get land the next turn, untap land next turn. Actually, this is red, so no counterspell mana. I'm actually going to do this to look for untapped land so I can play a Biting Grace next turn. Interesting. There was a stop when I casted this. It could be like Censor or something. Okay, I'm gonna play around it. There was a stop. Memory lapse. That's fine. We got another land. Whenever a dragon enters the battlefield under your control. That's fine. Okay, so we got pretty lucky. We can cast Biting Grace. That'll reanimate Archfiend Vessel into a 5/5. Okay. Ooh. Okay, that's end of their turn. I think that's fine. Maybe we should be playing Fires of Invention. That's probably really good. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Wedding announcement. We got some choices. Dreadhorde. We'll probably actually let's try to get the land drop. Okay, there we go. Dreadhorde Invasion. There we go. Attack for 5. They could play the Nicol Bolas out, and I think I'm okay. I'll just pitch Legion War Boss, I guess. Scarab God. Oh, that is pretty lucky for them. Oh, that is pretty lucky.
Your existence is pointless.
Although I have this, so I can exile the Scarab God. And they can counter because they have Fires of Invention. So Scarab God is gone. Fantastic. We do not have to worry about a Scarab God.
Get out.
We'll attack Nicol Bolas. Nicol Bolas is also dead. Now we just have to worry about this card. And for that card, we got Vraska's Contempt. Interesting. They actually put it into the graveyard instead of essentially casting it. Bolas. We'll just bin Legion War Boss, that's fine. Okay. What are they gonna do?
Power is boundless. The dead
That's pretty greedy.
Bolas will resonate throughout the multiverse.
What are they gonna do? If they mine us, they just... Wow, that's pretty greedy. That is pretty greedy.
Witness a mote of my power.
Heartless Act. Aren't they done? They casted this. They casted Bolas. Okay. What is happening here? This card has to die, right? Yeah, Fires of Invention, is that what is happening? Fires of Invention keep... Does it constantly bypass? This is rough, actually. This is actually rough. Like, this card needs to die, but this card also needs to die. Not liking that.
I will return.
It's pretty tough. Okay, so that's... They already cast one. A plus... I mean, we could get rid of Biting Grace. It's not really doing much here. We'll get rid of the Biting Grace.
My intellect is without limit.
We are missing a lot of 1-drops, so... And if they do cast Nicol Bolas, we'll have to ditch Wedding Announcement and then get rid of the Nicol Bolas. Man, this is really tough. Really? I'm actually surprised by that. Okay, so in that case, we will, let's see. Another land would have been really nice because I could cast both of these, but... Okay, so we'll get rid of Nicol Bolas. We'll exile it.
Revenge will be painful.
And, I could get rid of their fires. I could, but I think this is better. Like, if they want to play their Nicol Bolas again... and then transform... oh, they can't really transform, huh? Okay, they're transforming, but what are they gonna get? Just draw?
Multiverse is at my disposal.
He's just gonna die? Man, it's very convenient for them to have a Fires of Invention in their deck, huh?
We
Look, I
will
can't do
meet
everything.
again.
Pretty convenient for them. Okay. So... I could just play this out. Deal 6 damage to face. 8 damage versus... create another token or what? We'll just... okay, let's just create another token.
I will return one day.
Wow. I don't know what they had in their hand, but maybe they... wow, like, what could they have? Like, counter spells? Probably, right?